Warzone Jones. I want to talk about WrestleMania, the build-up so far for this year's WrestleMania. I gotta say, this build-up for WrestleMania, it's pretty good. It seems pretty good. I think certain matches, various matches in WrestleMania could use a little bit more build-up, such as the World Heavyweight Championship match between Edge and Chris Jericho. I want to start with that one first. Now, Edge and Chris Jericho. Now, I'm sort of wondering, is this going to be the main event? I mean, the main event as in the last match. The last match that we see, when WrestleMania goes off. This is going to be the last match. Edge won the Royal Rumble, so it probably should be that way. Edge won the Royal Rumble. Maybe, this match should be the last match as in the main event, at WrestleMania. But, I think, it's just that the build-up, to me, is not as good as other build-ups such as, the WWE Championship match between Batista and John Cena. I don't think their build-up is as good as theirs, even though, I like Chris Jericho and Edge 10 times better than I do Batista and John Cena. But I am, I'm pretty much, I'm a little interested in, not just a little, I am interested in Batista and John Cena's build-up. I like their build-up. Their build-up is pretty good. It's probably the second best build-up, or third, second or third best build-up, arguably, going on, for WrestleMania right now. But, other than that, I just think that, maybe, the WWE Championship build-up compared to the World Heavyweight Championship build-up is just, I think it's just a little bit better than, than the World Heavyweight Championship build-up, for the SmackDown Championship. But that's just what I think, though. Let me know what you think. But, moving on. I just, I just need a little bit more convincing that, should this match be the main event, for WrestleMania, the match between Chris Jericho and Edge. I just need a little bit more convincing, should that match be the main event. So, moving on to, let me see, let me match what should I talk about next. Let's talk about John Cena and Batista. Now, this right here between John Cena and Batista, you got basically the two biggest superstars since the Attitude Era. As Batista likes to say, the two biggest superstars since the Attitude Era, which may actually be true when you think about it. These guys were the guy on each brand. Batista was the guy on Raw until he got drafted to SmackDown, so he became the guy on SmackDown. And then John Cena, he was the guy on SmackDown until he got drafted to Raw. Now he's now the guy on Raw. Now, the two biggest stars, these guys wrestled each other before at, I believe it was a SummerSlam pay-per-view. I was so damn shocked that match was as good as it was between John Cena and Batista. The match was pretty good. It was a pretty good match. It was entertaining. Those guys worked their ass off. It was the best match, I think, of that pay-per-view, whatever pay-per-view it was. Somebody let me know. I can't remember what pay-per-view it was. I think it was a SummerSlam. Maybe a SummerSlam or an American Bash. But it was a good pay-per-view. I mean, it was a good match. They had a pretty good match. It was at least 3 stars. We'll see if they can get higher than 3 stars. I doubt it. These guys can only go for about 3 stars, but we'll see. We'll see where they'll go from there. But I do like the build-up. I do like the interaction between these two. Batista's killing John Cena. I do think John Cena's probably going to come out at the end, though, because, John Cena always got that underdog factor. He always, surpass the odds, defy the odds and shit. But, I do like their build-up. It's interesting. It's catching. I mean, this is some pretty good build-up. And people, sort of been waiting on this match, for the longest. Like, when is this match is going to happen? But it's got pretty good build-up. They help him build in well, at least John Cena. John Cena sort of helped. Well, not Batista too. John Cena and Batista sort of helped building Vince and Bret Hart's build-up. But I am looking forward to Batista and John Cena. Even though they are not my favorite wrestlers in the world, but I'm enjoying the build-up. Bottom line. So moving on. Talk about next. I'm going to talk about the Money in the Bank. I don't think Money in the Bank has really been hyped that much like it has in the future. I mean, in the past, it hasn't really been hyped that much, like it has been in the past. This Money in the Bank. Not that I'm saying that this Money in the Bank won't be good, but this Money in the Bank is not being hyped as good as the past Money in the Banks. You got various guys in there who can go in a match like this. I'm glad, Shelton Benjamin, he's back in there, but will he get the briefcase? Somehow I doubt it. I thought that Kofi Kingston was going to be in this Money in the Bank, and I thought he was going to win it so they can, go on with that momentum with Kofi Kingston, but he's not in this Money in the Bank, so I'm a little shocked at that. But, he's not in it. Morris is not in it. But you still got a good group of guys who's in this Money in the Bank, such as Evan Bourne or Shelton, like I said. Kane's back in there. He'll at least look decent. Jack Swagger in there. You got some new blood in there. Christian's in there, so Christian probably be the guy that'll take it, and I can see him taking it because they gave up on guys like Swagger, and I doubt they're gonna give it to someone like Evan Bourne, let alone someone like Shelton Benjamin. But it's just the hype should be just a little bit better than what than what they're giving us for Money in the Bank. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the first match, or maybe even the second. But other than that, it's a good, it's a good spot. You got some good guys in for this Money in the Bank. I just think they should just hype it just a little bit more. Make it seem important than what they are now. But moving on, tag team match. This tag team match for the unified tag team titles. I'm not really too interested in it. I mean, this might be the first match on the card, quite possibly second. But I guess the hype is okay. I mean, the hype isn't really that interesting. The match might be decent at best, but the hype is not. It's an okay hype. It's like but I don't like this tag team between R-Truth and John Morrison. Like, why the hell is these guys tag teaming with each other? So I guess they couldn't come up with something else for these guys. But the hype is I guess the hype isn't really that good. The build up isn't really that good, so they're not really building it up this way. The best build up going on with the Miz is really him and Daniel Bryan, aka Bryan Daniels. But moving on for that, maybe that match would be okay. Anyways, but let's move on to the next hype. I thought the hype between Bret Hart and Vince McMahon, I thought the hype would be better than what it is. The build up. I thought the build-up between these two guys would be better than what it is. It's still pretty good. Like, I was sort of let down by the build-up because I figured, like, Bret Hart broke his leg. Like, how the hell is he going to wrestle with a broken leg? And everybody, there was rumors going on that these guys are going to be in the corner of Batista and John Cena, and it sort of looked it that way. And I was really hoping, like, I'd be a little disappointed. We don't want to see that. So, the build-up is still good. This is a good build-up, but I think it should be better than what it is. And I was a little let down on the build because I thought his leg would look like he was really going to wrestle with a broken leg. So thank God it's not. I'm relieved of that. So Bret Hart's leg is okay. They faked the leg injury, so he's going to go in there and wrestle. So this is something that that nobody ever thought was going to happen. So we'll see where this is going to go. Let's see who's going to push who. It'll probably have to be Vince that have to push Bret. And again, maybe Bret don't need to be pushed. We'll see where this match is going to go. But I do like it. I do like the build-up. And we'll just see where it goes from here. I just think that the build-up should be a little bit better than what it is. Moving on to the best build-up, probably in the business, right now. The best build-up to a pro wrestling match right now is The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels. No doubt. At least in my opinion, no doubt. The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels got the best build-up going on right now. I said in my last video, these guys got other guys who got WrestleMania matches of their own, to build up their match. So, the Undertaker and Shawn Michaels, you should know how good this build-up was. The build-up was still pretty good. I still think that last year's build-up was better, but this build-up is still pretty good. It's the best build-up going on in the WWE, for a WrestleMania match, period. So that's what I think about that. I don't really got too much to say about it. It's just real great, real good build-up, bottom line. Whether these guys are talking, they have some type of promo package, it doesn't matter. It's just got real good build-up, bottom line. So moving on from there. Next I'm going to talk about Sheamus and Triple H. Now this match, I'm not really looking forward to this match because I don't like Sheamus. I don't like the guy. I don't like the guy at all. But Triple H is trying to get him over, trying to get somebody over at WrestleMania, and he barely does that. I'm surprised he's not in the main event. But at the same time, I'm surprised but happy because we don't need to see that same old crap we seen for almost 10 years. But the build-up is it's okay. It's an okay build-up. The first interaction they had with each other, they was in the ring. I liked it that right there. The first interaction they had was good. And I liked that interaction, so the build-up is okay. I think the match will probably be okay. I'm not really giving my predictions. I'm not going to give my predictions, but we'll see what they're going to go with that build-up. The build-up between Legacy, you know, all three of those guys is okay too. So you got some okay build-up, you got some decent build-ups, you got some good build-ups. So WrestleMania does look good. I am looking forward to it. Hopefully this WrestleMania is better than next year's WrestleMania, because that was a little disappointing. So we'll see what WrestleMania, how good WrestleMania is going to be. Excuse my stutter. I don't know why I'm stuttering. But that's what I think of the build-up to WrestleMania. This is Warzone Jones. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel. And I'm out.